Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your Sunday. We also have your boredom busters coming up, but first, our top story. Police have arrested a suspect in an early morning armed robbery in Sioux Falls. A customer called police about the robbery at the Freedom gas station in the 1600 block of South Minnesota Avenue just after 4 a.m. The suspect was still inside the store when officers arrived and arrested him. Police are not saying what type of weapon was involved. No one was hurt. We expect to learn more about the arrest during Monday morning's briefing by Sioux Falls Police, which will live stream right here on KELOLAND.com. One person is dead following an officer-involved shooting in Rapid City. It happened Saturday afternoon when a homeowner reported a burglary on the 700 block of James Warren Drive on the city's west side. According to police, officers found a suspect at the scene who allegedly pointed a gun at them. Police say two of the officers fired their weapons, killing the suspect.
As they entered one of the rooms, they encountered a man armed with a long gun pointed at the officers. At that point, two of our police officers fired at the armed individual and striking him and causing him to be deceased.
The South Dakota Division of Criminal Investigation is handling the investigation into the shooting. Police have not yet released the name of the suspect who was shot. Stay with KELOLAND News on air and online for updates on this developing story. An event in Sioux Falls Saturday saluted the service of women in the military. The Stand Up for Women Veterans Retreat featured speakers who have served in the U.S. Armed Forces as well as people who have worked with those in the military. The goal of the retreat is to hold conversations about experiences and provide an open place for women to gather.
So it was a time to come together and really say, how do we own our own stories and our own place in history? And then how do we share that and who do we share it with?
The event was held at Our Savior's Lutheran Church and included discussions about mental health and wellness. Let's take a first look at the forecast now with meteorologist Adam Rutt in the Storm Center. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Perry, and good morning, everybody. It's a cold start to the day out there, especially East River, where temperatures are struggling to even hit 20 degrees this morning, let alone 10 earlier today. Outside we go with a view south in Sioux Falls on our downtown camera, 19 at the airport, but a breezy 19 with a north wind at 13 miles per hour. So there are your air temperatures, teens and a few low 20s, East River, like 20 in Yankton and in Pierre. 20s out west, 26 for example in Rapid City, 29 for Custer, 28 in Valentine, but further east 11 in Watertown, 12 Ortonville, 14 in Worthington, 19 towards Spencer. That's the air temperature. You factor in the wind, which isn't terrible in a couple of locations. It's 5 to 15 miles per hour, but it's still enough to put that wind chill factor in the single digits above zero in many locations. 0 for Ortonville. It feels like it's -1 in Faith. So plan accordingly as you go about the start of your Sunday morning routine. By the afternoon, though, we do at least try to rebound. There's a little bit of light snow trying to make its presence known in south central KELOLAND toward the winter area, but beyond that, much of the day is pretty dry. By the middle of the week, we need to keep an eye on a developing area of low pressure. We'll talk about that and the rest of your 7-day forecast coming up.
All right, thank you very much, Adam. A program in Sioux Falls has helped 21 children avoid homelessness so far this year. The Housing Retention Specialist at East River Legal Services works as a go-between for tenants and property managers. She helps find resources for tenants who might be struggling to pay rent so they can avoid being evicted. We first told you about the program in February, but in tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Lauren Solik gives you an update on how they've helped families so far this year. Be sure to watch tonight at 10. You can buy, sell, or trade your model train items during the Greater Sioux Falls Model Train Railroad Show. It's taking place at the Multicultural Center in downtown Sioux Falls from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Admission is $5, free for children 12 and under. Vote for your favorite beer during the Mash Madness competition in downtown Sioux Falls. 5 breweries are competing: Covert Artisan Ales, Severance Brewing, Remedy Brewing, Wood Grain Brewing, and Fernson Brewing. Mash Madness runs through Thursday. Dust off your clubs and enjoy an outing on the golf course. Both Elmwood and Prairie Green in Sioux Falls are open for the season. It's still skiing and snowboarding season in the Black Hills. Terry Peak Ski Area near Lead is open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The Skyforce basketball team takes on the Oklahoma City Blue at the Sanford Pentagon. Tip-off is at 3:05. Adam?
Well, if you're going to be headed outside today, especially East River, it is going to be a little on the chilly side as temperatures struggle to get much above the 40s in many locations. Compare that to what we'll see out west as temperatures climb into the 50s and even into the 60s. So it is going to be a case of the haves and the have-nots, not just today, but also tomorrow for that matter on the thermometer. There's a better look at that light snow that's been just basically streaming in place southwest of Pierre near Kotg, moving on into winter and north central portions of Nebraska. Not all of that is making its way to ground level, but what does is mainly there for show. It's not really causing much in the way of issue. It's just kind of a conversation piece for this Sunday morning. By the middle of the week, though, that does change in terms of finally getting something substantial. Here's a look at the U.S. model through the middle of the week, and you can see that developing area of low pressure to the west, moving east, giving us mainly rain, but then some snow could mix in and even switch over depending on two factors. One, what kind of cold air we have in place, and two, what kind of moisture sticks around Wednesday going into Thursday. Now, that's the U.S. model. Then we'll take a look at the European model, which has a similar solution, but a couple of details are a little different, including just how much moisture straggles around by the tail end of Wednesday going into Thursday. It also brings in a chance for some rain showers Monday evening in southeastern Keloland. So there's Tuesday evening, Tuesday night going into Wednesday, but notice the moisture that pinwheels along the back edge of that low and tries to stick around through Thursday. So we'll keep an eye on that. Regardless, it's at least something to watch in terms of getting a little bit of precipitation in place in what has been a very dry run of weather as of late. Anytime we can at least get some green to pop up in Keloland on the 10-day precipitation outlook, it's certainly a good thing. Unfortunately, beyond the 7-day forecast, rain chances, or snow chances for that matter, are going to be lacking. Going toward the start of April, temperatures favor below average conditions at first before moderating as we head a little bit deeper into April. Highs today in the 30s and 40s, East River 50s to around 60 out west, with lows tonight in the 20s East River, 30s to the west. That wind turns to the southeast and picks up as we head into your day on Monday. 40s and 50s East River, but take a look out west. 70s to near 80-degree warmth, not out of the question, but do not get used to it. We have chillier temperatures on the way as we head into the middle of the week. Nothing too absurdly cold, but it will be something to keep an eye on all the same as you get ready for that low pressure system to come in. We peak Monday into Tuesday. Tuesday night into Wednesday, the best chance to see some rain and, yes, even a little bit of snow as well. And then we quiet down and dry out just in time for the first weekend of April. Have a great day, everybody. For more on your local news, weather, and sports, you can always head on over to KELOLAND.com.